Hey, what's up, guys? Still on our respiratory physiology. Today we'll be talking about what ventilation perfusion ratios at different lung zones. Okay, ventilation perfusion ratios at different lung zones. Without wasting time, let me get my pen and let's proceed. Ventilation perfusion ratios at different lung zones. Discuss ventilation perfusion ratio at different zones of the lungs. Perfusion is absent at zone 1, perfusion is parodic at zone 2, perfusion is constant at zone 3. Let's see what we have in the notes. Perfusion ventilation ratio is what? Is the ratio of air circulation through the alveolus to the blood, okay, supplied to it. And the pulmonary circulation is also affected by gravity and makes ventilation perfusion ratio to differ at different zones of the lungs. In the erect standing position, the lungs is divided into three zones with respect to the position of the heart. And these zones are what we'll be talking about in this lecture. What is a zone A? The zone A, uh, the zone A, VA over PN is greater than 1, okay, or VA over PN is less than 1. Now it is above the heart. The lungs are near maximally expanded. The alveolar pressure is what? Greater than the pulmonary capillary pressure. And this is due to the what? Effect of gravity and hydrostatic pressure. And the pulmonary capillary pressure is just sufficient to maintain perfusion. Okay. This is zone A. Pulmonary capillary pressure is just sufficient to maintain perfusion. That's blood flow. Okay, this is zone 1. We just spoke about zone 1 now. Okay, let's keep talking about zone 1. Any slight increase in alveolar pressure and decrease in pulmonary capillary pressure will collapse the alveolar capillary. When this happens, the VA over PN will be high. This creates a dead space. The blood flow here is less as compared to other zones. The zone is called the what? Area of zero blood flow, and is also considered as part of physiological dead space. Okay, that's it's a physiological dead space. Okay, that's zone A or zone 1. How about the zone B? VA over PA equals to 1. This lies at the level of the heart and the pulmonary artery. The pulmonary arterial and the capillary pressure exceed the alveolar pressure during systole. Now, during diastole, the alveolar pressure exceeds the pulmonary arterial and capillary pressure. Since flow is a function of pulmonary artery and capillary gradient, flow will be what? Intermittent. Okay, the ventilation and perfusion ratio approaches unity. That's 1. Okay, guys. VA is what? A ventilation ratio, and PA is perfusion ratio. Okay, it will approach unity. Right, this is zone 1, zone 2, which is what? Intermittent. Okay, intermittent. How about the zone C? um The ventilation ratio over the perfusion ratio is what? Less than 1. Now, it lies below the heart. The pulmonary arterial pressure is greater than the alveolar pressure. Now, during both systole and the diastole, for this reason, blood flow in this zone is continuous. The capillaries are virtually all open at such phase of respiration. Okay, this is ventilation perforation ratio. Okay, now what is the clinical importance of this ventilation perforation ratio? The ventilation perforation ratio in the apical zone ensures that the apex has increased O2 concentration. This gives room to the growth of bacteria, particular tuberculous organism, making this zone susceptible to what? Tuberculosis. Increase Exercise increase what? Pulmonary vascular pressure, such as apical vessels are also opened. Okay, So these guys, we are done talking about uh, the ventilation, perfusion, and ratio at different zones of the lungs. And see you guys in the next tutorial. And bye for now.